Guys,
Oh well, you go.
no,
You know?
you do the intro.
Okay. So me and Gustavo we're gonna do a meetup app. We changed the name because actually meetup is already being taken. So we switched the name. This is the old Figma. This is the old Figma that Giada made for us. We try to stick as much as we could to the design that she made. She made a very good design. We did face a lot of problems, just like Yuka, with the events creation. So as well, I think it was a more like a bigger team effort to complete the whole app or the whole idea that we had. It was to create an event and then share it with your friends. And then based on the GPS location, once you get to the location, you could actually see the other person's location and be like, oh, this guy is like a couple of meters away from me. So you can just buzz them or say something to them so they could be aware of the fact that you were in the party as well and that you wanted to meet with them. But yeah, as Verduca said as well, it's very difficult to work with the events. It hasn't been updated in a long time. So there's a lot of applications that do that already. So I believe that's why maybe Apple decided just to don't update the actual feature. But this is the design, so Giada.
Okay, so basically they asked me to create a design that it could remember something really simple and handmade. So easy going to the people that is gonna use this application. So like doodle style, we can say. So I, like in the logo for example, I drew everything, also the letter for writing the name. But the logo is changed because we changed the name, so it's gonna be a little bit different. But still, that is the main thing. So I decided to don't care about Milo, our mother. Anyway, I decided to don't use any kind of UI and UX rule. Like just use it a little bit, but mostly because I wanted to be something that looked handmade. So I had to change some of these rules, so I didn't care at all. I did like I felt like. So this is the main page. If you click on create event, you can see address, date, the description of the event, like what you need, if you have to take some beer, if you have to take food or whatever. You can choose if it's gonna be private or public. Like if it's public, everyone on the homepage can see it and can say, okay, I will go there. If it's private, just the people that you're gonna invite is gonna receive the invitation from that kind of party. Like,
So this is like the public events.
Yeah.
If you click on house party, it's gonna get you the list of details on when it's gonna happen and everything else. And
then
you can join the actual invitation or the actual calendar. In this case, well, it works perfectly here, but in real life it's not gonna be like that. Then
so
you
to
have.
show the demo.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna show the demo so you guys can see. We had a lot of technical problems. We tried to did this in so many different ways. We changed it, the design like along the road a bunch of times. So here it is. It's all messed up right there, but it's this one. So we rename it to regroup. As you can see, we try to stick as much as we could to the design. In this case, I'm gonna use my Google. So you see, that's my Google ID. The username is gonna, since I'm not changing it, it's gonna be the one that I have on my Google. So if you click on go, you're gonna be able to get to the main page where you can see either create or search for an event. If you create an event, you can type the address or place, like let's say Canada Place. And you can either see how far is it from your where you currently are, or you can just in this case click on the plus sign to add it. Then it's gonna take you back to the screen where you create the event. You can put the title Canada Place party or something like that. And then in the description you can say description.
Any kind of thing, just
Any kind of
random,
thing. Any kind of thing. right? So then you select the date. Let's say it's gonna be on Saturday at 2 p.m. You select if you want it to be public or private. You create the event. It gives you a small pop-up, and then once you got it done, it takes you back here. On this case, this is not the user, I think. Is it this one? Is it this one? We try to use Firebase as well to store all the information. So as you can see, the event that we created is here. Any kind of thing, and we have the actual longitude and latitude of the place, so we can display it later on. So if you go here and go to events, oh shoot, there you go. You can see all my events. I'm the only one who have events. So the design is, we need to work a little bit on it. So let's say I decide to go to this place. So this one, it was shopping time at Metrotown. So you can actually see the details on it, or you can go to this one, and as well, it's gonna tell you what is the place and everything. You can delete the events too, and it's as well, it gets deleted from here. Well, let me delete one that is already the shopping time. So if you delete shopping time, as you can see, it went away. So we actually had a lot of problems with the events part. We tried to merge it. First, we wanted to do it with Firebase because we wanted to do the Facebook and Google. In Facebook, it's not that very compatible with the database because they don't allow you. We wanted to get the main focus of getting actually Facebook. It was to be able to invite your friends on Facebook, your current friends on Facebook. But unfortunately, Facebook is a little bit private on that, and they actually don't let you do this kind of thing. As you can see here, Friends is pending because of the same reason. We couldn't actually manage to get the information from Facebook to actually post it in Firebase. So actually, that was the part that Gustavo was working on. Unfortunately, he's not here to explain what was the problems that we faced on that part. But it's actually still a work in progress. I think the next step is going to be to actually be able to make the events to go into the cloud, the iPhone cloud in this case, iCloud, because the problem is when you do it in Firebase, to store the actual events, when I click on this ones, you actually can get part of the information but not all of it. But if you use the iCloud, it actually allows you to do a lot more stuff. You can send reminders based on location. You can send reminders to go link it to your Google Maps and make it like, for example, I don't know if you guys haven't that to you guys before, but if I made an appointment on my phone with a calendar and said that I need to go to a certain place, it automatically on the background, Google Maps tell me, okay, you know what, you need to leave now because traffic is heavy, and you can actually make it if you go now, right? So all of those type of things are linked with iCloud, not with Firebase. So I think it was a set of wrong decisions because we tried to, okay, we were gonna use Firebase authentication to do the Facebook and the Google. We tried like that, we could make it work, Facebook and Google, but then when we try to access the friends from Facebook, it didn't work, so we back it up a little bit and say, okay, what we need to do next. So the recommendation from Derek was that to migrate everything to iCloud because of the AK event feature for Swift. It's actually kind of complicated and very, very strict to just Apple. It can work perfectly with Apple products, not with third-base, in this case like Firebase. So I don't expect you to vote for this, but it's good.
Don't say that.
Don't say that. It's incomplete.
It's incomplete, but if they vote for that,
Yeah.
it's meaning that
The
you're gonna
idea
get
could
The
be
idea, well,
fresh.
the
Yeah.
idea is good, but yeah,
Yes.
it's a work in progress.
It's meaning
Now I
that
need
if
to hire
someone
a
good
couple
for
of
you,
people.
someone can help you and finish this cool project.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Wow,
that's
man.
it.
Nice.
Be positive.
I'm positive.
You have to say your application.